What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video here. We're bringing you the freshest data straight from the MLS every single time about the condo market in Miami-Dade, more specifically, the regular market of condos, which is everything that's $1 million and less. We're going to talk about it all in this video so that you are the most informed consumer of all time, okay? Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent, and all my contact info is in the description down below if you'd like to reach out and get the help of an expert realtor with whatever it is that you're looking to do in the Miami market. So in this video today, like I said, we're looking at condos, we're looking at Miami-Dade, we're looking at the regular market. What's the regular market, Jake? The regular market is everything that is $1 million and less for condos. That represents 90% of the sales that are going on in the market, okay? So we're gonna be looking at data, we're looking at median sale price, we're looking at average days on market, sale price to original price ratio, literally everything you need to know in order to make the most informed decision for you and your family. So let's go ahead and jump on into it with this first graph right here, which is sale price, rather specifically would be median sale price and average days on market, okay? So we use median sale price because, that's the same reason why we use the regular market versus the luxury market, because the luxury market would outpace, everything else because there's homes that sell for like $40 million. When we're looking at the regular market, we use median as well to get a better idea of what the actual, sort of normal quote unquote sale prices are. So median sale price for regular market condos was actually flat in April, okay? Which is kind of crazy, even though this line is looks like it's just, going straight up to the top of Mount Everest. Month over month, it was actually flat, okay? So from April to May, it stayed at $385,000 for that median sale price. However, here's the big however, year over year, we're seeing a 4% increase from $370,000 last May around here, okay? So, 4% for a year is actually like pretty normal, So that's kind of good that we're seeing like normal year over year percentages versus, in like 2021, 2022, our year over year percentages were like 17, 21. Like we had crazy year over year percentages back then. So it's good that we're getting back into like normal territory in terms of, property appreciation. However, the average days on market decreased from 75 to 70. That means the market's getting quicker. Homes are selling faster, and that's a 6.7% decrease in the amount of time that properties are staying on the market. So, even though we're not seeing prices like skyrocketing to the moon, we are seeing that the market is kind of showing signs of heating up, right? Now, we always want to see, 3 months of data in order to determine a trend. As you can see here in that blue line, we've got about 2 months of decreasing days on market. So if in the month of June we see another month of decreasing days on market, then we can say, hey, this is a trend, okay? Year over year, by the way, that's a 14.6% decrease from 82 days on market, which was back over here, okay? So a little bit less days on market than we were year over year, but more than, when the market was at its craziest, speed back in July of 2022, okay? So interesting to note, we're keeping an eye on it all, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you should subscribe to the channel, all right? I'm in a fun mood today. Sales ticked up, all right? Let's look at sales, number of sales. Oh, and close price to original price ratio, just in case you guys may not have known or it's your first time on the channel or you just want me to tell you again, close price to original price ratio is the difference between what a property is listed at compared to what it actually sells at, okay? So if it's listed for $100,000 and it sells for $97,000, then the close price to original price ratio is 97%, okay? So it's a percentage of, what the sale price was to what the original price was, okay? So sales ticked up slightly month over month from April to May by 7.9%. All right, we're looking at that green line here. You can see it ticking up. It had ticked down much more significantly from March to April, and then we're seeing April to May ticking back up. Like we said, market's heating back up. That's 7.9% increase from 1,126 sales to 1,215 sales. However, There's always a however. Year over year, that's a 33.6% decrease. From 1,829 sales to this May's 1,215, like we said, okay? So if we look at that green line again, boom over here compared to boom over there, that's a 33.6% decrease. Now again, the sales are doing better than they were back in January when we were at like recent lows of sales, mostly due to like there not being anything for sale, basically. But we are seeing that somehow tick up. Even though there's very low inventory, there's more sales happening. How does it make sense? Your guess is as good as mine. People just need places to live, and they're like cutting corners, or they're sort of, I guess a better way to say it instead of cutting corners would be that people are making compromises on what they're willing to buy. And I'm seeing it with clients as well. People are like, you know what, maybe we don't need a single family home. Maybe we can live in a condo or a townhome, right? So that's the kind of decisions that are happening and why there's more sales happening, even though there's very low inventory, okay? So I said I don't know, but I actually do. But why you wouldn't want to watch a channel of somebody who's not a market expert, right? So anyways, closed price to original price ratio, that's our blue line right there. And that closed price to original price ratio actually, as you can see, it went up a bit. So from April to May, it actually went up to 96.8% versus 96.5% in April. So it's not a super significant increase, but we definitely see, again, more evidence of this potential trend since January. I mean, really it is a trend since January, but potential trend of the market heating up, and then definitely a trend since January of that closed price to original price ratio getting closer to 100, meaning that people are getting less deals compared to the list price. January, it was actually 95.5% right here. So, again, the market's getting hotter, but it's not as hot as it was last May when the closed price to original price ratio was 100% or greater. It was like off the chart, right? That's crazy. So, it's not quite that hot, but it's getting hotter than it was back in January. If you wanted deals in the last year, January would have been the time to do it, at least by the statistics. So the next graph that we're going to take a old gander at here is active number of listings, also known as supply, versus the number of new listings, aka the reason why I cry myself to sleep at night. So active listings, that's the supply, that's our green line there. And we can see that the supply across the market remains depressingly low, and condos are no exception. We see the same thing here as we're seeing in every other sector of the market. Active supply of regular market condos reduced by 42 units from April to May for a 0.8% decrease month over month. It's not crazy, but it's not the direction that we want to be seeing. Year over year, however, we do have an increase, which is a good sign. It's a great sign of increase of 466 units. That's a 9.5% increase. So at least there's that. We're seeing that there's from here over here in May, we're seeing that we're getting, we got more supply than we did last year. Okay, so something at least a little silver lining in the cloud there for you. So we did see also an increase in new listings month over month from 1,572 in April to 1,798 in May. So that's a 226 unit increase, or 14.4%. Okay, so that's pretty substantial if you ask me. You're not asking me because this is not interactive, although it can be interactive if you drop a comment down below with what you think about all this, these shenanigans and all this information. What do you think about the real estate market in Miami? What do you think about, I don't know, is the earth flat, right? Anything you want to comment, drop it down below. Side note over. So, considering that, that's a month over month figure though, like that 14.4% increase, definitely significant, okay? Year over year, however, we do see a reduction of 468 units for a decrease of 20.6%. So that's not great. At least we're, hopefully that month over month it becomes a trend. We have 2 more months of increased inventory, 3 more months, 4 more months. I'll take all the months of increased inventory because we don't have enough new listings coming on to the market. But again, month over month, we saw 14.4. Year over year, it's about 20% less. So, net sort of negative in terms of how much new listings are coming on the market. The last time that we actually saw new listings clock in over 2,000 in 1 month was June of 2022. That was over here. Okay, that was the last time that was over. You can see that line right there. That's 2,000. And, that was almost a year ago at this point. So actually this video is coming out in June, even though the data is 11 months, but, that was a year ago as of the recording of this video. So not the greatest thing ever. We want to see more new listings coming on the market. Now, how about months of inventory? Well, what is months of inventory? Months of inventory is how long would it take to sell the existing supply of condos if no new inventory came on the market, okay? So that's what months of inventory means. And, what we can see here is that months of inventory decreased, which again goes to this narrative of, hey, the market's heating up, all right? So it decreased from 4 months of inventory in April to 5 months of inventory in May, meaning that, yes, we are still in a seller's market for condos. We have been in a seller's market since, basically February, March was when it went from 6 months of inventory. I think it was actually February was like right here was 6 months of inventory. And then into March, under 6 months of inventory is a seller's market. So, the market's getting hotter for condos. What does this mean if you're a buyer? What does it mean if you're a seller? What does it mean if you're an investor? If you're a buyer in this market, again, realize that if the property is priced properly, it's probably not going to be sitting on the market for long time, for a very long period of time, because we're seeing days on market going down. We're seeing months of inventory going down. Inventory is short. So if something's priced properly, meaning that it's priced at market value or very close, or if it's a property that's like turnkey, it doesn't need anything, it's beautiful, it's perfect, it's Martha Stewart ready, right? Or AGG TV, it's probably not going to last on the market very long, and you're probably going to have to come in at list price, or I'm sorry to say this, but potentially even a little bit more. So, there's a lot that goes into condos for buyers. You're also wanting to look at reserves. We have a new law coming in Florida starting in 2025 having to do with condos needing to have 10% in reserves. And, if you're looking at a condo association that doesn't have any reserves, then you're probably going to end up getting a special assessment at some point before that 2025 requirement in order for them to not be breaking the law, essentially. What does it mean for sellers? Which, by the way, there's a lot more I could say about what it means for buyers, but we don't want to make this video 25 minutes long. If you have questions about your specific situation, all my contact info, again, it's in the description down below. You can reach out to me anytime. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you out. What does this mean for sellers? Well, if you're a seller and you're selling a condo, you definitely want to make sure that you're marketing your condo properly so that you're getting the most exposure, the most amount of buyers through the door, and that you're going to be able to get top dollar for that property. Because even though we're seeing that closed price to original price ratio is increasing, meaning that, deals are starting to exit the chat, people are starting to get closer to what they're asking for their condos, that doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get what you're asking for your condo, because yes, the market's heating up, but it's not 2021 or 2022 anymore where everything is going over asking price. You have to make sure that you're marketing the property correctly. You have to make sure that you're able to get the most amount of people through the door so that you can get the most potential offers for the property, okay? Now, a big part of this is pricing strategy, making sure that you're not overpricing it, because if it is overpriced, it will probably sit on the market longer, and then you're going to be one of those people who's not getting what you're asking for your property. Working with a professional such as myself, we can make sure that you're priced properly. We make sure that we handle everything in regards to the condo association, getting the documents, getting all the information that's needed so that buyers can then, make an offer on the property and move forward as quickly as possible with buying your unit, okay? What does this mean if you're an investor? Well, you can pretty much reference what I was saying about buyers, except for the fact that you really want to take special care about, do the numbers work, right? Because buyers, if you're planning on living there for 5 years, you're not necessarily caring about what's the cap rate of the condo because you're living there, right? If you're an investor, of course, I don't have to tell most investors this, some of them I do, but you want to really look at the numbers and make sure that, hey, it's going to be cash flowing right off the bat. And you want to make sure that the condo association has reserves. You want to make sure that there's no special assessments that are going to be coming down the line. There's a litany of things that you want to make sure of, but But these are just a few examples of that, okay? If you have any other questions whatsoever, or you just want to talk about real estate, I would love to talk about real estate with you because I love real estate. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. So do me a favor, do yourself a favor, go down to the description down below. All my contact info is there. You can reach out to me. I will definitely give you the best advice, consultation, help, assistance, expert guidance of anybody else in the Miami market. That is a guarantee, okay? So I look forward to hearing from you guys. And if you made it this far in the video, do me a favor, help me out. There's no reason not to smash the like button, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell so that you don't miss videos like this in the future, because they're going to be definitely coming, as well as all kinds of other videos. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.